All right, so here we are, right here. Right here. Nashville has eliminated the St. Louis Blues right now on TV. I'm going to show it in 2 seconds. There's Pekka Rinne. Rinne's numbers are the best in the history of goaltenders, of any goaltenders played 9 or more games. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. For Nashville, for the city of Nashville, for the organization, this win is huge. Of any of the playoffs remaining teams, there is no team whose fan base has deserved to see this more than Nashville's. It's not that long ago that a Canadian businessman was trying to take the team out of Nashville and move them to Hamilton. And there were plenty of Canadians who said, yeah, do that. Nobody in Nashville's watching. Who cares? It's Nashville. Just move them. All the Nashville Predators have done since then is prove Canada wrong. And hockey fans in general, they've proven them wrong. Nashville is right now on a run that reminds me of the Kings in 2012. The goaltending has been fantastic. So anybody who thought the win over Chicago was a fluke, no. And a division that's relatively comfortably seen as the toughest in the West, they wiped it out. 4 games, 6 games, 10 games, they're out of their division. And in terms of key injuries, they're good. They're good. They've got Yossi, Ellis, and Subban on the blue line. They've got Rinne putting up the best numbers that any goaltender's ever put up in the playoffs who's played 9 or more playoff games that year. Ahead of Ilya Bryzgalov, who's number 2. And the number 3 goalie being Patrick Lalime. That surprised me. I think that would have even surprised some younger Ottawa fans. Fans of Ottawa who watched that may have been like, oh, of course. I remember as a Canuck fan, I remember the year that Roberto Luongo put up a .941 save percentage. And I thought that was amazing. And coming into today's game, Rinne had a .957 save percentage. All season, I have given that guy 0 credit. None. Zip. And people have said, well, why don't you like Rinne? I've said, I think Saros is going to be better, and I think Rinne's a streaky goalie. Well, if he's a streaky goalie, he's gone one hell of a streak right now. This is fantastic. This is the best streak I've seen since Quick in 2012. Everybody always talks about the Tim Thomas one. Like, oh, remember Thomas, that was the best any goaltender's ever played. And it's like, do you forget that the year after, Jonathan Quick put up numbers that were just as good? Took a Kings team that was a number 8 seed. The Bruins weren't the number 1 team in the league in 2011, but they weren't a number 8 seed coming into the playoffs. For me, what Jonathan Quick did was far more impressive than what Thomas did. And what Rinne's done in Nashville is far more impressive so far than what Thomas did. Boston played fantastic defense in 2011. Thomas wasn't facing nearly as many tough shots. I remember the shutout he got against Tampa in Game 7. He faced, I think, 20 shots in that game. And there were maybe 2 that were difficult. He just cruised to that win. And when the Canucks lost, they weren't getting shots to the net. They weren't getting prime shots to the net. Thomas just had to just not allow the goals from the perimeter, and just when those shots came in, just make sure he stacked the pads and played his weird style that didn't have a style and make the saves, and he did. I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm saying what Rinne's done so far is insane. It is crazy. And I can't think of a fan base that I'm happier for than these guys. The Nashville Predators, and I really wish I had that yellow Nashville jersey right now. Really, really wish I had that yellow Nashville jersey right now. That would be really, really nice. But I digress. I was supposed to have that last week. Damn it. It would look so nice if I was doing this video right now wearing the yellow Nashville, but okay. for Nashville right now, their task is this. Whoever wins the series between Edmonton and Anaheim, that's winnable for Nashville. They're going on the road no matter who they play. And I'm not putting down Anaheim or Edmonton. I have just been so impressed with Nashville every single game they've played. Sweeping the Blackhawks. Now they've taken out the Blues in 6. I don't see any reason why it has to stop here. I don't see any reason why the Oilers and the Ducks would necessarily have a better result. I will say this. If the Oilers come back and win this series and play Nashville, that'll be one ugly series to Yvonne, who hates yellow and orange. So that would be funny, because any given game, it'll either be an orange jersey or yellow jersey on the screen, and yeah, that'll be funny. And then when you look at the eastern side of the bracket, well, for the Caps to come back against Pittsburgh is Herculean in terms of everything. It's not bloody likely, but let's just say they do. Then they got to beat the winner of the Rangers and Ottawa, and if they do that, then they're against a Nashville team that's probably the best rested team in the playoffs. The Capitals, I can't see beating Nashville. Pittsburgh, I can. I still think Pittsburgh's the team to beat. Pittsburgh's absolutely head and shoulders above everybody else if they're healthy and they're focused. Ottawa, if they win their next game, then I'm writing 2 predictions, and we'll just have a celebration about that right there. Not only the team, but the number of games. If the Rangers come back and win that series in 7, again, then they'd have to go through Pittsburgh and then meet Nashville. The Nashville Predators can win the Stanley Cup. They are now one of 7 teams remaining. So right there you have a 14% chance, just before you even look at any of the numbers. Mathematically, it's a 14% chance. Before you get into the rosters and who's who and who's what. And with the way Rinne's playing right now, the best hockey of his career, bar none, there's no reason they can't do it. I remember last year, before this channel got big, and when I was making my first round predictions, and I predicted Nashville would knock out Anaheim. And there were some very vocal Anaheim fans that claimed that I was biased and stupid, because Anaheim had the best power play, they had the best penalty kill. There was no way Nashville was going to upset Anaheim. And my opinion was basically along the lines of, there's usually upsets, and I like Nashville, and why not? And then Nashville in round 2, they were overwhelmed by the Sharks. But Nashville's learned. And I think it helped a lot. I think it helped a lot that they had Chicago in the first round. I think if Nashville had moved up and played Minnesota in the first round, I think they still get through. But having that challenge of Chicago helped them. They never let up. Now they've taken out St. Louis. One of these teams is on notice. And as soon as tonight, we could know who their opponent is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And, man, this is just going to be awesome. This, whatever happens from here, just knowing Nashville's in the Final Four, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That's fantastic. It's good for the NHL. I've always said it's good to rotate out who's in the finals and conference finals, because it's more exciting when these teams haven't played each other and they're at that level. They're at that 3rd or that 4th round, and it's just that fun stuff. So the first round, you have the teams that played each other all season. Second round, basically a lot of that same, and then whoever survives that dogfight in rounds 1 and 2 gets to go in and have some fun in round 3. And Nashville's going to have fun. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for watching.